Hello and welcome to your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. New Jersey isn't all snow this winter. There are still events and sights to see, taglined Winter Wows by New Jersey Tourism. Jeffrey Vasser, the executive director of NJ Tourism, joins us now to tell us more. Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, good. It's always great to have you on because if anybody knows the best things to do around the Garden State, it's you.
Thank you. And there are a lot. We like to tell people that, if you haven't been wowed by what's going on in New Jersey, just step out of your comfort zone a little bit and you're going to see some really cool things that are just going to wow you. So, winter's a great time to be here.
Absolutely. Okay, Jeffrey, let's all put on our winter coats and brave the cold. Where are we going?
First and foremost, one of my favorite things to do in the winter is to go to the beach. It's quiet, you walk on the boardwalk, and you breathe in that fresh salt air. It just seems to, enhance itself, in the winter months.
I'm going to stop you right there, though. Are there things to do on the boardwalk in the winter? Are places open?
Well, let's take Atlantic City for example. I mean, the casinos are open. They seem to bring in more shows in their winter months to draw people in. Of course, the world class dining, and the beauty of the Jersey Shore in the winter is that room rates are significantly lower than they are in the summer months. So when people from out of the area are talking to me about, when's a great time to go to the Jersey Shore, I remind them that you can get a great rate for a room that might cost you $300-400, on a Saturday in August. You can get for $100, in the off season. So the beach and boardwalk are just wonderful things to do, and I love taking a walk or biking, on the boardwalk. So that's just a great thing to do. But getting off of the boardwalk, so many great outdoor winter adventures that you can take advantage of, especially up in, say, Sussex County. You can go cross country skiing. You can go skiing in Mountain Creek. You can even go ice fishing, up there, snowboarding. Really cool things that you can do up in Sussex County. So we certainly get those messages out because people don't really think of New Jersey as an outdoor destination, with things like skiing and snowboarding and ice fishing.
And the cool thing about Sussex County, too, it's home to Crystal Springs. So if you're not into outdoor winter activities, you have their amazing spa and the indoor pool and their food.
And don't forget their world class wine cellar, probably one of the best collections you'll ever see. So, yeah, it's just a wonderful, Crystal Springs is a wonderful resort, and Mountain Creek is a wonderful, ski resort too. So, a lot of really cool things to do. And Wawayanda State Park is a great place to hike. It includes probably about 20 miles of the Appalachian Trail. So for people that are, outdoorsy, great place to go.
Off camera, we were gushing about the offerings of American Dream. And I know that's become a really big destination for people from not only the state, but around the world.
It really is. We started a couple of years ago with an international initiative, to talk to people in UK and Ireland and Germany. And when we talk about American Dream, that's something that really, gets them excited. Not only is there the DreamWorks water park, 450, top of the line retail stores, and of course you can ski. That's another thing you can do, right at American Dream. So we really let people know, about things like that, and great dining and entertainment there. And of course, in New Jersey, there's no tax on clothes and shoes, and that gets a lot of people's attention, especially the international folks.
You are traveling all over the world talking about New Jersey. What is the reception you're getting?
They're not aware of all that New Jersey has to offer. And I think that's the main thing. The Jersey Shore, again, is what people really know. And we're proud that that's an iconic visual and a destination for people. But what we want to do is to make all of the other great things to do in New Jersey as iconic. And, we talk to them about, the Adventure Aquarium in Camden. And they love hearing about that. They don't know that that exists. the Grounds for Sculpture in Princeton, just a wonderful, wonderful outdoor sculpture garden. And again, they're not aware of the great dining scene and the wineries and the breweries, and how easy it is to get here. A lot of people, fly into Newark Liberty, and in many cases, they weren't aware that they're even flying into New Jersey. They thought it was a New York, city airport. So the Port Authority and the folks at Newark Liberty have done a great job of branding the new terminal, Terminal A, as a New Jersey destination. So when you get off the plane at in Terminal A, you're just going to be hit with all of the great things that New Jersey has to offer. But we're really proud of the culinary scene that has developed, the wineries, as I said, and the breweries, and the quality of the wines. I tell people, if you haven't had a bottle of New Jersey wine in the past 15, 20 years, you wouldn't recognize it. The quality is just really, really stepped up. And they've won several international competitions, for some of the wines that they offer. And there's just something for everybody. I encourage people to go on our website, visitnj.org, and you can look at a whole variety of trails. And we just introduced a brewery trail where you can actually win prizes based on the number of stops that you make, at breweries. Not only do you enjoy some great beers, craft beers, but you can get some really cool swag, as well. What else gets a lot of attention, especially international, is the Anthony Bourdain Food Trail. A lot of people don't realize that Anthony Bourdain is a Jersey guy, and we introduced an Anthony Bourdain food trail a couple of years ago. In fact, it was on the 1 year anniversary of his passing, and it highlights the restaurants that he always loved as a kid, growing up in New Jersey, up in Bergen County, as well as as an adult, and some of the travels that he made. But some really cool off the beaten path restaurants were his favorite, and people really look at that. In Atlantic City, the Knife and Fork Inn is one of Chef Bourdain's favorites, and thanks to him, I discovered a new cheesesteak place in Camden. Donkey's Place was one of his favorites, and I've never heard of it, but I'm growing up in the Atlantic City area, I'm a cheesesteak fan. I always went to the White House as a kid, but I had to try out Donkey's Place, and it was fantastic. Completely different. It's on a Kaiser roll instead of a hard roll that I was used to. But you go up, in the Pinelands, there's a little luncheonette place called Lucille's, which is a great breakfast lunch place. And then move up north and you go to Hiram's, for a great hot dog. So those were just some of the things that he found amazing. That again, a lot of people are going on our website still to follow the Anthony Bourdain food trail. So that's pretty cool. And then of course we're promoting some of the world class chefs that have moved out of Philadelphia and New York and opened outlets in New Jersey, as well as homegrown chefs that have partnered with local farms. And New Jersey is the Garden State, but again, people don't realize that we really have a great number of farms. And our corn is, as I don't have to tell what all New Jersey residents already know, but the quality of our produce is just tremendous. And a lot of these restaurants are partnering with the farms and making sure that freshness is key. And supporting your local farmers. And I think that's what's important to a lot of visitors these days is, just having that, farm to table, experience. And New Jersey's great about that. We're also pushing things like the Ironbound district in Newark, which people love to see, to come into, one of the largest Portuguese communities and sample some Portuguese and Spanish, foods that are there. We're bringing in some, I mentioned, some great chefs that are coming in. Marcus Samuelson, has opened a couple of restaurants now in New Jersey, and we want to work with him. And in fact, we were doing an event for New York culinary media last fall, and Chef Samuelson was going to join us along with the Lieutenant Governor Way to really highlight, everything about, the food scene in New Jersey. David Burke, another, well-known chef, has restaurants in New Jersey. So those are just great folks that have come over here and see what a great food scene that New Jersey has. And again, a lot of it is the fact that we're tied to a lot of the farms in the area, and people really are interested in the farm to table scene. And that's not something that you're going to be able to get in New York City as easily.
Getting the word out about our state's farm-to-table offerings is huge, especially to international travelers that may put their nose up to our American cuisine, like my Italian relatives.
Under the leadership of our Lieutenant Governor, Tahisha Way, we refer to as our foodie in chief. She is an incredible amateur baker, and she has really helped us push culinary tourism, which, as it turns out, is a huge thing in tourism today. Culinary tourism, whether it's bachelor and bachelorette parties that are going to wineries and breweries and having a great dinner in right on winery grounds. But again, the quality of the food has really upped its game. Of course, we're famous for our pork roll and Taylor ham, depending on whether you're a northern or a southern New Jersey person. But we have our quirky foods. I would say nobody's got better pizza than New Jersey. But at the same token, some of the high-end restaurants have really upped their game, and that's exciting. And as you said, the folks coming from Italy and the markets that we've been targeting, UK, Ireland, and Germany and Canada, they're very impressed with what we have to offer. And of course, when they come down, we make sure that they have an incredible experience no matter where they are. And we bring out the best that all of our destinations have to offer, and they're just loving it. And what shows is the fact that our international visitation increased 77% last year over the prior year. So it's making an impact. People love coming to New York City. New York City is the number one gateway attraction in the United States. So let's take advantage of that. People coming into New York City, and the message can be, go to New York for a few days, enjoy all of the great things that the city has to offer. But after that, come here for a few days and take advantage of the tax-free shopping and stay in New Jersey. Stay in Hudson County, for instance. Jersey City is an example where the room rates are much less than they are in Manhattan, and you have a view of Manhattan. So, I mean, what a hook that we have. And that's really taken off when we talk to tour operators, is that they're now promoting areas like Jersey City as an alternative to people staying in Manhattan, because those of us in New Jersey know how easy it is in public transportation to get to Manhattan, whether you take a ferry or the PATH train. And we encourage all of our visitors to do that. And that's why that whole waterfront in Jersey City and Weehawken and Hoboken have really taken off in recent years, in the growth of high-end accommodations, restaurants, and attractions. So yeah, it's a great message that's getting out. And again, all of our destinations have been incredibly supportive of what we're doing, and we're just welcoming media from overseas and other parts of the country, and we're taking tour operators around the state just so they can see all that New Jersey has to offer. And again, we want them to leave with the impression that we are a little state with a lot of wow. And that's what our new campaign is about. It's about getting people out of their comfort zone and to explore new things. And every time you turn around, you're just going to be wowed. And that's the message that we're getting out. And it's really getting good, good catching.
There is a lot of wow here. And you mentioned Lieutenant Governor Tahisha Way, who I didn't know was an underground foodie, but she's been on the show before to talk about another passion project of hers, the New Jersey Motion Picture and Television Commission. And the state has seen a ton of Hollywood productions come here over the years. How do you use that to lure tourists?
I mean, tourism is a big part of it, and we work very closely with the Film Commission, because during COVID in particular, what we wanted to do, since we really couldn't attract people to come here physically, we were looking for ways to talk to folks about how we can make sure that New Jersey remains top of mind, so that when the pandemic was over, people are going to want to come here. So one of the things that we did was partnered with the film commission, and let's make trails of great movies, that were either filmed here or have a storyline about here, or if the writers or the actors are from New Jersey. So we were making some great trails about if you want to come see comedies that were based in New Jersey, or if you wanted to follow a particular director that's from New Jersey. So it is a great thing because people wanted to come and see it. One of the things that's still huge overseas, in particular Germany, they still love The Sopranos, and they want to come and they want to see Sopranos stops, and tours were created. I used to run the Atlantic City Convention and Visitors Authority during the time when Boardwalk Empire was one of the top shows on HBO, and they created tours of some of the Boardwalk Empire sites that are still there. Boardwalk Empire was based on a real time in Atlantic City's history back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. So it draws people because people really want to be connected to those sights and sounds, and the great characters that they enjoy seeing on TV or in the movies.
When you think of fun winter indoor activities, concerts and shows come to mind, and there are so many exquisite places sprinkled throughout the state to take in a show.
New Jersey Pack, the Count Basie Theater, New Brunswick has really grown as a tremendous, arts destination. And, we love seeing what's going on there. Going down to Asbury Park, which has, become a great art scene, as well. And then down to Atlantic City, you're going to get some of the best highline and headliners, I'm sorry, that's available anywhere. And then, of course, you've got the outdoor amphitheaters in Homedale and in Camden. New Jersey is really a great entertainment mecca and always has been. And the winter months is great, as you said. NJ Pack brings in some wonderful, wonderful artists, and we love working with them with North to Shore, which started last June, which is a great 3-city festival, 3 consecutive weekends in Atlantic City, Asbury Park, and Newark. And they're going to be doing it again this June, and it's led by the folks that run the NJ Pack. So some great things to do there, and of course, the sports, the sports that are there are great too.
Let's talk about sports. Obviously, we have the New Jersey Devils at Prudential Center in Newark, but also some of the best men's basketball Cinderella stories happen here. FDU and St. Peter's in Jersey City, and you can get tickets to watch it all.
I was going to mention St. Peter's. I mean, what a great run they had last year, or I guess 2 seasons ago. Rutgers football is coming back. And what we really were excited about last summer was the Premier League soccer, came to the Red Bull Arena as well as MetLife Stadium, to give us a sense of, what soccer does for us and what kind of draw that is for New Jersey. And it was tremendous. And we're excited that in 2 short years, the World Cup is going to be coming to New Jersey, and we're going to be doing some preliminary events leading up to that. That's going to be huge. And of course, I neglected to say at MetLife Stadium, you're going to have 2 really cool hockey games. NHL is going to be playing outdoors. I believe it's, I know the Flyers are playing I know it's the Rangers, the Islanders, Flyers, and Devils, are included. So you're going to have 2 games outdoors at MetLife Stadium. That's going to be fun to watch, and you're going to see more and more in the way of Premier League and ultimately World Cup soccer is going to be coming to MetLife Stadium in 2026. So that's a joint, as many people know, a joint bid that we put in with New York City. So it's going to be a huge event. We're waiting to hear if we're going to get the finals or if we're going to get earlier rounds. That hasn't been determined yet. And if 2026 is also going to be huge because of the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution. People don't typically think of New Jersey as, as central to the Revolutionary War period, but we've got over 140 Revolutionary War sites in New Jersey, and that is more than any other state, or let me say, of the original 13 colonies. New Jersey has more. George Washington spent more time here than at any other place of the 13 colonies during that period. So we're really going to put our New Jersey's best foot forward and really pushing the what we call the semi-quin, which is the semi-quincentennial, the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution. And we're going to make sure people know that New Jersey was a central figure of that.
You just said central, and it made me think of what happened since the last time we spoke. Governor Murphy signed a bill officially designating Somerset, Hunterdon, Middlesex, and Mercer counties as central New Jersey. How has the marketing been around that?
Not a lot, to be honest, because we always supported everything that Central Jersey has to offer. But, the biggest difference that you'll see is if you go to the 2024 visitor guide, which again, if you go to our website, you can, see it digitally or get, a hard copy. The 6 regions of New Jersey have now been expanded to 7 regions. And the Central Jersey is the four counties in the center of the state. And, it includes New Brunswick, again, which has just some wonderful, wonderful destinations. It's Princeton and Mercer. So a lot of really cool things that you can do in Central Jersey. So a lot of what we do is not so much focused on geography as much as it is the function. When I talk wineries and winery trails, we'll have the trail up and down the state. So we're not talking about specifics of geography, but certainly people can, go on our website, and if they know they're only going to be in South Jersey for a couple of days, they can pick a South Jersey trail, a Central Jersey trail, or a North Jersey trail. So I encourage people to go check out, the breweries and go to these tasting rooms for the wineries and the breweries and the distilleries. It's just a fun thing to do, and people have really invested a lot in their tasting rooms, and it becomes a great experience, and it frankly transports you to another area. You'll sit in, outside in a winery, and you think you're in Tuscany. It's just a really cool experience.
As a mother of 2 young kids, the winter can be a very trying time to find things to do. So for parents watching, what can we do with these kids driving us crazy indoors?
Living in South Jersey, and when my kids were little, we took them to the Adventure Aquarium in Camden. Really cool experience that, some of the best, animal displays you'll see. So that's a really cool place to do. The Arcade Museum in Asbury Park. You go in and it just overwhelms you with, all the buzzing and the balls moving out. Kids love that stuff, and there's just a lot of really cool children's museums and attractions up and down the state. But even in the off season, some of the the boardwalk places are still open. So the ones that have indoor places, you can really do some fun things. But again, where I took my kids was the Adventure Aquarium. So that was big. But now, of course, American Dream has the water parks and the rides. What a great experience for kids there too. So New Jersey just getting better and better every day.
Jeffrey, thank you so much for coming on here today. We had so much fun. Where can people learn more about what to do around our very eclectic state?
Everything they need to know will be on our website, which is visitnj.org. And again, it's interactive. You can see the itineraries, build one for yourself, go to the wineries and the brewery trails. And again, sign up, for the brewery trail and get yourself some really cool New Jersey swag.
Once again, thank you so much, Jeffrey.
Thanks.
New Jersey packs a lot of wow into every winter getaway.
Wow.
So come and get your wow on till you're all warm and fuzzy inside. New Jersey, it's one wow after another, after another, after another. You get it. Find your wow at visitnj.org. Little state, Lotta.
Next week on Your New Jersey. Today, we're coming to you from New York Waterway to commemorate the 15th anniversary of the Miracle on the Hudson.
Did you see the news? I said, no, what's going on? And he says, a plane landed on the river. I go, what do you mean a plane landed on the river? And I said, oh my God. The first thing it reminded me of was 9/11.
I had brought my crew up into the pilot house and explained to them to get the equipment ready and to keep their composure. Just let them know that we may be encountering some things we may or may not have seen before, and reminded them again to keep the composure.
But today's not about the crew, it's not about the passengers. It's about the first responders. The crew and passengers did an amazing job, but the real heroes of the day were the first responders.
I don't think anything's been more appropriately named than a miracle on the Hudson. It truly was a miracle, and all the passengers are very, very fortunate.
Thank you for joining me on another episode of Your New Jersey. I'm Lisa Marie Falbo. We'll see you back here next week.